Now, so let's have your knees hip-width apart, and your lower back is going to be in a neutral spine. So neutral is when you have that little curve and the weight is settled in the sacrum. So the sacrum is just above the coccyx there and the back of the pelvis. It's that hard little triangle there. Okay, so that's where the weight is. You have that little curve. Your knees are in line with the front hips, and then your feet are in line with your knees. So I'm going to put my hands on my hips just so that you can see what is going on. And I like to have hands there because it gives me feedback as well. So at the moment, I have that little space under the back. Now, what I want you to do is take a breath in. And as you breathe out, the tummy will draw in, and then you're going to send your lower back to the floor, and you're going to pull your hip bones towards your rib cage. So we're going to breathe in. As you exhale, tummy goes down towards the mat, hip bones towards rib cage. This is called a pelvic tilt. So breathing in. So what are you feeling going on around the rib cage? Can you feel how the ribs are pulling down towards the hips? And then breathe in and just let it relax. So exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it there. Now try and stay with this connection and breathe in to your belly. So I could feel a little bit of a tilt of my pelvis the other way. Now, if you can keep that belly pulled in, see if you can breathe into this part, into the rib cage there. And you find that you can still keep that lower back down. And then release back to the start. Okay? Now what I want you to try is breathe in as you come into your pelvic tilt. So breathe out. Now breathe in. Just see how that feels. So for me, I find that there's too much popping around here. This is not trying to pull inwards, so I'm finding it very hard to get the abdominals to engage towards the floor. Good. So you might start to notice as we experiment with these exercises that some of the breath doesn't matter, whether you breathe in or whether you breathe out. And there's going to be somewhere, my body has to breathe out on that one and it has to breathe in on that one. So that is just a very quick, just get in the flow of that breath. Now let's take that up into a little bit of a higher move. So I'm just taking that out from underneath my head. You might need a soft cushion or no cushion. So my hands are on the floor, or you can have them on your hips. We're going to use the same exercise as we've just done. We're just going to take it up a little bit more. So breath in. As you breathe out, roll your lower back into the floor, hip bones towards rib cage. Now squeeze your bum and start to send your hips up towards the ceiling. Breathe in at the top. And now when you breathe out, send your rib cage, your belly button into your spine. The bum's lifting, the rib cage is trying to drop. So we're getting a stretch in the lower back, down the legs, breathing out. Come back to the center. Breathe in. Exhale. Squeeze your bum and lift. Inhale. And exhale down. Now let's breathe in on the way up. So get ready. Sometimes these things are really hard. Inhale. I just can't do it. And then inhale on the way down. Let's do it again. and then inhale on the way down. And how did that feel? So roll onto your side and bring yourself up. So maybe it made no difference to you. And obviously when you've been doing Pilates for a long time and you've been breathing a certain way, the body just naturally will follow that. And that is not always a good thing, because sometimes your brain has muscle memory, and sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes we have to challenge that. So the next exercise is one that we can use the breath to challenge the brain a little bit.